Oh, hello everyone. I'm your host, Nick Warnzing, and on today's show, we're going to be talking about cyber stalking. We have a very special guest with us today. He had a very nasty experience with a cyber stalker. Everyone, give a hand for Dalton Ellison. How you doing, Dalton?
Pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
So, please share your experience.
Well, I opened a Facebook account 3 months ago, and after I opened it, I began receiving emails and messages from a very odd woman, and she just wouldn't leave me alone after I asked her too many times, and it just got to the point where I couldn't even be on the internet anymore, or walk out my door without her driving by and staring, or she'd call my phone. It was just horrible.
Did you know this woman when you added her?
Yes, I did know her. She was a friend of mine, and she turned into a stalker.
Can they, track your location and stuff?
They do have an app on iPhones now where you can track your friends' locations. So she would use that to her advantage and find me wherever I was.
So let's bring up on the screen this stalker of yours. Ugh, scary.
Yeah, I know.
So, what's the main source of communication? How did you guys interact and talk?
Well, it started off with Facebook Messenger, and on Facebook you can post all your personal information, and I only added friends, and at the time she was my friend, so my phone number was on there. Well, from Facebook, she got my phone number, and after I deleted her, she still had my number. So, she started texting frequently, every day, probably 20 to 30 text messages a day. And it got to the point where I wouldn't even reply. I blocked her phone number. And
so, is there ways to make sure to block your private information like that? I know I have Facebook, and I don't want everyone that follows me, because there's millions of people that follow me. I don't want people to be texting me all the time and having my personal phone.
There is a way, but she was my friend, I thought, and then she just became obsessed.
So what did you do after you thought it started getting creepy?
After it started getting creepy, the text messages came, and I told people about it. I told her friends to tell her to quit texting me. I talked to her in person, and she still didn't stop.
Oh, what? So how did you deal with the situation after that?
I blocked her phone number, and I had her parents. I talked to her parents actually, and I haven't got any text messages recently. Text messages recently.
Did you get real scared of it? Was she saying stuff that was creepy or that would scare you, or was it just normal conversation?
At first it was normal conversation, and then it became more of an obsessive thing. What are you doing? Who are you with? And it was
Yeah. Did you ever get freaked out and record a?
Yeah, actually, we have a video of one of our conversations.
Oh.
And I didn't reply back. It's kind of creepy. But I think I'm just gonna log off.
Wow, that's crazy. So
Yeah.
what happened after you guys quit talking? After she quit texting you?
Well, after I blocked her number, she used this app on iPhones called Friend Finder. And it's like a GPS kind of thing that all your other friends that have iPhones, you can see where they're at all times. So I was getting gas one day actually, and I looked on the other side of the pump, and she was just sitting in her car, not getting gas at all, just watching me. And I was with my family at Walmart buying Christmas presents, and she was there.
Remind me not to get that app.
Yeah.
That's really creepy.
It's very creepy.
So is there did you know she was doing it, or did you just start seeing her? Was she just in your life all the time? Did you just start seeing her?
I started seeing her a lot more, and I finally asked her, and she told me. I don't know why she just came out with it, but she told me, and I notified the police, and she can't do that anymore.
Did she get did you ask her to stop, and then the police she wouldn't stop, and they ended up having to
I asked her to stop, yes, and then she didn't stop, obviously, so I asked her again, and she still didn't, so I notified the police.
Yeah, it says she had a criminal record and she got arrested.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you'd like to tell the audience to avoid from being cyber stalked like you were?
keep your personal information to yourself, and if you are being cyber stalked, ask the stalker to stop, and if it doesn't, notify an adult or some kind of authoritative figure.
And you have to make sure you watch what you put on the internet. Anyone can get stuff that's on the internet.
That they can.